Hello viewers, this is Rise. Welcome back to Let's Play ShadowRun. Today we're gonna get the final spell, so let's do it. Yeah, whatever, Puchi, Kawa. Get the armor spell. The armor spell is okay. The problem with it is invisibility is almost always better. Because essentially they do the same thing. Armor, what it does is it puts a little panel around you that buffs up your defense to the point of you essentially being immune to harm. In other words, it's just like invisibility. Except with invisibility, don't even worry about needing anymore. With invisibility, the enemies won't shoot at you at all. With armor, they'll shoot at you and they'll stun lock you. So you could be stun locked and not be able to do anything. And you won't be able to recast the spell because you're stun locked, and then you'll still die. So once it wears off. So I mean, why use that when you have invisibility? And it comes too late into the game anyway. I don't even know why I bother. Oh, as you can see, I bought the what do you want? Invisibility here. The Assault 7, the AS-77 Assault Cannon. I think that's 77. It's abbreviated. And it has an attack power of 20 with an accuracy rating of 6. And I bought the full body suit, which has an armor rating of 6. You don't actually need the full body suit, but yeah, it's nice to have. Yeah, I went too far. Oh well. But the Assault Cannon is pretty much a must for this next area. I mean, doing double-digit damage regularly is amazing. Doesn't have an automatic trigger, though. Only the Uzi has that. Oh well. Yeah, my HP is maxed out, too. As I'm going through the final area of the game, because the credits, if I remember right, are short, I'm going to be reviewing the game as I go up this place. Well, okay, let's go up here. My pass? You mean like an invitation? Sure. I'll give you my invitation.
Sir? May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
How's that for my invitation? Not good enough? How about this? These guys are pitifully weak at this point in the game. They would attack you if you came here earlier. They still take a while to die, but they can't hurt you at this point in the game. There we go. I wonder how much money these guys drop. Not much. Okay. You're kidding me, guys. You cloned the Drake Tower. Alright. Whatever. Okay. Now, if you didn't meet Pushkin yet, and ask him about the head computer, you wouldn't be able to beat this game. You wouldn't be able to, yeah, you wouldn't be able to get through this area. This matrix section would stop you. Yeah, that thing that blew up would still be there. Oh well. These are the hardest matrix sections in the game, in this upcoming area. Of course, they still clone them. Waste of time, but oh well. Let's keep Kitsune's HP as high as possible. Anyway, let's start with the music. You know, the music is very catchy in this game, but there's really not much to it. I mean, there's very few tracks. So, you know, that's kind of disappointing. But overall, it fits the dark and dreary mood of the game, and it really adds a lot to the atmosphere. So overall, I'd give the music a 7 out of 10. You know, there's better soundtracks out there, but this one works. It's okay. It's not the best, but, you know, it works. I like it. mean, there's not a single track I dislike in the game, so that's always nice. So, 7 out of 10. As for the storyline in the game, well, I really like how it's essentially a mystery that you have to figure out and piece together yourself, and then at the end of the game helps you along by piecing it all together for you, in case you weren't able to figure it out. So I really like the way they set it up. I think the story is actually the game's strongest point. So I'd give the storyline a 9 out of 10. It's near flawless. Its only real flaw is there are a couple of unexplained things. Like, Jake's girlfriend. I mean, was that really his girlfriend that tried to kill him as an octopus? Or was that just someone who disguised himself as his girlfriend? And if so, what the hell happened to his girlfriend? I really don't like it when games leave unexplained plot points like that. Oh well. And finally, the gameplay. I love how the game revolves around exploration and, you know, trying to figure out everything yourself. I really love that. I love the dark setting, which really adds a lot to the game, much like Earthbound's setting did. But I don't like the Matrix sections because at the end of the game, you do it so often, it's kind of ridiculous. And as you can see, I'm just walking around showing you that this is a clone. They cloned all the Matrix sections at the end of the game. Why? I mean, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? So, you know, that really doesn't sit well with me. I also don't like how the Shadowrunners only stay with you for such a limited amount of time. Really, it makes Kitsune the only one worth your while. It's kind of ridiculous. And the game completely abandons its exploration and turns into a dungeon crawler / Matrix hacker at the end of the game. And they also start putting way too much detail and way too many enemies that slows the game down, like right here. But on the plus side, you know, the game is fairly difficult, without being cheaply difficult. But the problem is that the only way to really beat the game is with really cheap spells, like Invisible. It's like they didn't balance it at all. I mean, look at this. Enemies can't shoot me at all. And then there's the, what's the other spell that's broken there? The freeze spell. I mean, you should not be able to freeze your enemies for that period of time. That is just ridiculously broken. Also, the enemies do not drop enough money in this game. I mean, it reminds me of Final Fantasy XII. I don't like that. I don't like having to farm for money. The game, you know, there's no reason why I can't get enough money just going through the game. Especially since you really need a lot of the money here. You really need to upgrade your character constantly. I mean, certain enemies you wouldn't even be able to harm. So, you know, the gameplay has a lot of flaws. So, overall, I'd give the gameplay a 6 out of 10. Just because, you know, all those flaws there. I mean, you abandon what you do good. And, you know, if something's working well, don't abandon it. You know, I understand everything had to come together eventually. But why make it a dungeon crawl? That's not what the game was supposed to be. Oops. Just irritates me, that's all. So overall, I'd give the game a 7 out of 10. It's not the greatest game. I mean, the gameplay got a lot of flaws in it. Music isn't the best I've heard, and there's too few tracks. And, the gameplay is a bit broken at times, and they also just abandon what they do right at the end of the game. So, but still, you know, it's a fun little game. It's relatively short, and I can forgive a lot of its flaws. So, 7 out of 10. It's not as good as, say, Earthbound, but it's okay. So, yeah, that's my review of the game. I'll use the credits to talk about announcements and such, that stuff. That made no sense. Let me rephrase that. I'll use the credits as an announcement for my side LP. My next side LP, which you guys know is Legend of Zelda. I'll talk about my progress in it and everything like that. Let's see if we have time to clear out one room here. Okay, we have some more matrix hacking to do in this room, and I'm not going to have time to do it, so I think this is a good place to stop right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Shadowrun, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys.